Make sure you guys like, subscribe to the videos. Like, subscribe to the videos, man. You are now being in tune to Vinnies Talk, the Halloween edition. Halloween edition. To Vinnies Talk, man. It's a Halloween edition, guys. Check out The Shape Returns, special Michael Myers Halloween tribute, for Michael. Anyways, guys, welcome. It's Halloween night. We got little mama chilling over there. Vinny G, the young wolf. We just wanted to come up on here for a couple minutes and talk. We got Lil Ma. What up, girl? It's a good girl. Where's Mama Tita? Anyways, welcome you guys to the podcast. Coming up on here for a few minutes, talking a little true crime. We could talk Gabby Petito, justice for Gabby. We could talk justice for Kylie, and the ongoing investigation of Mrs. Courtney Clenny, second-degree murder. She is looking at second-degree murder. I think it's very crazy. Very unusual case, that one. Definitely want to specifically talk about that in a little bit later. But again, man, welcome you guys to a Halloween edition. It's a Halloween night, I remember as a kid, we used to go on Halloween night and we used to trick or treat all till like 9 o'clock. Man, those were the days. So on Vinny's Talk, we do all kinds of stuff with true crime. We got the true crime stuff. We also got hiking adventures, and I do that too, guys. You guys see me hiking. I do my hiking thing, but I talk true crime, and I've been covering these cases ever since the Gabby Petito case, and then covering the Kylie Rodney case, and now dabbing into this Courtney Clenny stuff. But anyways, man, this stuff with Kylie and the way they released the autopsy. Come on, guys, you guys know that is some bullshit. Like I said before, man, living in the outskirts of a city is definitely different than living in the mountains, in a mountain town where you have different people doing different kind of stuff, and people live different. Like I said, man, people live differently. This all started from the investigation from the start, from law enforcement saying that, hey, look, we have this YouTube group out here and they're searching, and they searched, and first of all, law enforcement, they didn't take the precautions to take the necessary steps to be like, we're going to protect the evidence before we actually pick up Kylie's vehicle, right? They didn't take the necessary steps, guys. And I really feel like they missed out on a lot, man. There's a lot of people out there that are saying that they believe it's a cover-up scheme, and I do see where it's a fucking disaster of an investigation, right? Excuse my language, but I'm very passionate about what I believe in, and when I do cover these cases, I get really passionate about it, especially the Kylie Rodney case and justice for all the people that don't have a voice. I am that voice for the people that don't have a voice. If I'm not covering one specific case, or I'm not doing my hiking tales, or I'm out there doing whatever, I'm doing my true crime stuff. And it's justice for a lot of these kids out here, not just Kylie. And it's justice for Kylie, justice for Gabby Petito, still even trying to get that justice. And I talked about that on my Remembering Gabby Petito, on my last podcast, if you guys remember. We do a lot of different special tributes and stuff of that nature as well. But this is just a Halloween special, man, and I wanted to come up on here and talk a little bit about everything, a little bit about Halloween night, you know what I'm saying, chilling. Didn't really experience too many trick-or-treaters out there, right? I don't know why. Like I said, man, back in the day, we used to get trick-or-treaters like, I remember the day when I used to go out when I was in high school. Like I said, man, back in those days, we used to trick-or-treat till fucking 9 o'clock at night, But yeah, a little bit about the Halloween stuff and getting all the different pillowcases full of candy. You guys know this. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, the justice for Kylie is real, and I feel like it's so hard for people to understand that the botched case of the law enforcement, how they handled it. And a lot of people know this, all the YouTubers on YouTube, and there's a lot of speculation. People that are on the other side say, hey man, we believe that this was an accident, and majority of people that been following the Kylie Rodney case knows that this wasn't an accident. They support in the fact that they know something had to do with it, man, like foul play. The reason why this supports not just an accident, but every fucking point, every freaking thing points to something that had happened, not an accident. Because when you have so many man hours put in by law enforcement, when you have a jazzed up story behind it, and then we have supposedly all these kids, right guys, right little ma? No, she's like, what's going on? All these kids supposedly that were at this Prosser campground. I've done my research and I looked at Prosser and I've seen the sanctuary, how beautiful it is and all this other stuff, but there's just so many things that didn't add up in the Kylie Rodney case, and I'm still covering it, guys. I'm still looking at it. I'm still recapping it, and I still like to like just go over it and do even more research, because justice is what I want, right? For justice for Kylie, justice for Gabby, justice for Quentin Simon, the little boy who had tragically lost his life. Still haven't found him, man. It's very important to raise awareness for this little boy, especially his family and his mom is being accused of, it had something to do with her and she's a main suspect and all this other stuff. So we'll see. I mean, she's definitely a main suspect, right? But, he no longer has that voice, and it's justice for him as well. All the kids, man, all these little missing kids and the people that have passed on no longer with us deserve justice, man. Because see, the thing is the media doesn't put out the narrative of getting that the justice fulfillment. The media they just want, the clicks and views, just like other YouTubers. And I don't really care about all that shit, man. I started off with fucking 0 subscribers, y'all. And when you look at the big picture, these are human beings. No matter if they're children, if they're adults, missing kids, man. We're here because we want justice. We want justice. And we will keep talking about and sleuthing and looking through different stories and people's YouTubes. And that's another reason why I think people need to come together as one on YouTube and not fight, y'all. I mean, because we could all bash each other till we're blue in the face. We could all bash each other and do all this other stuff. But I mean, we're not going to get that, them answers that we're looking for when you take down and you bash one another. And if you want to hate, you don't have to necessarily agree with what I believe in. Just like I don't have to agree with you what your take is on things. But I'm not going to hate on someone. I'm not going to bash them. Like I said, man, people that thought Kylie's the ruling of her death was, an accident by drowning, there's a lot of people that disagree with that. A lot of people, because there is so much factual evidence behind why people believe that it was foul play. Just the way Sammy Smith had gone about how she acted, how the law enforcement, I've many podcasts about this, and I will keep on. Just the way law enforcement handled it, the way they handled evidence, just think of it, the way they ID'd her. 5 fingerprint? No. facial recognition, facial ID. No, this is how they ID'd Miss Kylie Rodney. You know, we have to remember that when you ID someone, it's by either DNA or fingerprint. So I really don't understand this whole narrative about how law enforcement did a thorough investigation, how there were supposedly all these videos and all this other stuff, when in fact there wasn't. Right after they released the fire cams at Tahoe National Park and all these different parks and all these different fire cams, and you released the information about Kylie Rodney's death by drowning by accident. But you can't tell me that, guys. You can't tell me that. It is very hard to make people want to believe in certain cases, just like make people want to believe in that it's not something that happened with this little boy, right? In this case, with the Quentin Simon case, and how their family seems to be in cahoots with the family, and you know what I'm saying, and they just going out to bars and drinking and taking shots and this and that. I mean, honestly, you could tell when a motherfucker is just not fake. I mean, when a motherfucker is not real and they're fake, right? We have to preach. We have to make justice the forefront and talk about this and come together as one on YouTube. But what I'm saying is that in order for us to get along, I feel like we have to hear each other out, right? Different sides of opinions. And not a lot of people on YouTube, they're not like that. So, but anyways, man, it's Halloween night. We're hanging out, talking a little true crime, talking about Gabby Petito, talking about Kylie Rodney, talking about justice for Quentin Simon, little Quentin Simon, man. We got to bring his spirit, you know what I'm saying? Keep his spirit alive and bring these people that were responsible for his passing. And God forbid, man, you know, he's a little boy. How can you do this to a little boy? Like, you know, like Lonnie says one thing, Billy Joe says another. Who do you trust, man? Who do you trust, man? It's like, there's so many cases out here, but I just wanted to come on here and talk a little bit about how I'm feeling and just like whether I get 1,000 views or freaking 30 views or 400 views. I just want my voice to be heard because I do think it's important to talk and get your voice be out heard, especially if you're into true crime and stuff like that. But I do specific videos where I do cover one case, but I do want to come up on here just because it's Halloween and I want to talk a little bit about different stuff. And we're having, like I said, we're having some unusual weather, like 60, 70 degrees, 70 degree days on Halloween. Almost, it's going to be November 1st. So anyways, guys, I appreciate the love and support on my YouTube, man. It's definitely coming a long way. And I never see myself doing all different type of true crime stuff. But I really believe in justice for all, man. Justice for everyone that no longer has a voice. We get into the bottom of these stories. You know, we talk about it. We recap. I like to learn about different stuff, you know. And there's other cases that I really want to cover. But the Kylie Rodney case has really been on my mind. You know, like I said, dude, it just, when you look at it to the long run, and the long pit, like the big pit, man, the big picture. I want to thank you guys for joining this podcast, all right? Halloween edition. Until the next time, guys, you know what to do, all right? Peace out, man.